All right, I think we're live and good to go. It is Monday, and that means it is Digital Marketing Monday. Let me just make sure that I am actually live in here because you know how technology be doing. I am. It's good to see myself. Okay, okay. We are live with Digital Marketing Monday. Let me hear I'm good here. Oh man, I hope you had a fantastic, amazing, the most wonderful weekend ever. Let me tell you about my weekend first, okay? Let me know something that you did over the weekend that is exciting, fun, anything. It doesn't even have to be exciting fun. Maybe it's even boring. Let me know something you did over the weekend. But we went camping this weekend, and not glamping. Okay, I am what you would consider probably a glamper. All right, I'm more of a hey, let's go camping inside of a resort. You know where you like the other campers. There's people that work at the campsite that bring you drinks. There's a pool at the campsite. That's my kind of camping. I don't know, like what y'all consider, camping or not, but this was a little different kind of camping than we were used to. We actually went out into the woods, which was actually really nice. It was cool. It was really nice. The campsite, everyone had their own like walk up to the lake, which was pretty cool, which I never had before. So awesome stuff there. But first time with the kids sleeping outside in an actual tent. No air, no nothing. Okay, it was just us surviving the wilderness with wolves. Hope you're doing good too, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. It was just us surviving it. You know what I'm saying? The wolves, the bears, the raccoons, the squirrels, all the other animals in the elements. You know what I'm saying? We were just like fighting to survive for a whole 2 days. So, if you want to see pictures of this camping trip, it was a lot of fun. Make sure you check them out. I'll have them on my profile on Instagram and IG if you're following. And yes, let me know something fun or anything that you did this weekend. All right. So today on Digital Marketing Monday, all right, the live client acquisition show where we break everything down that's working in our business to help us get new clients every single week and build a $100,000 a month coaching business or more. We're going to show you the behind the scenes. We're going to answer questions. We're going to give you a live game plan. Is my shirt messed up? Oh, okay, it's got a little wrinkle in it. This is the show. Ask questions. We're here to help you get clients. And you may be asking, why would you help somebody get clients for free? Y'all are giving away the gold right here. Hey, I go live every single Monday to coach you on helping you get more clients and build a promising coaching business. All right. And we would hope that if we're helping you, then you would share the love with other people. All right. So today we're going to be jamming on how to create a program that gets insane client testimonials. Okay. That's the goal here. We got Michaela here. She's one of our coaches. She's our operations coach. She's hanging out with us today. She's in here. Jackie's in here. If you're not seeing my screen, or if you're unsure what I'm jamming on, it's probably because you're seeing this on Instagram or YouTube. And you're like, ooh, I want to see what you're talking about. Then make sure that you're inside of our Facebook group. It's really important that you're inside of the Facebook group. That way you see all the goodies that we're jamming on today. All right. So as we dive into the goodness of today, if you have not let me know what you did this weekend, that is requirement number one. Okay. And you got it. I mean, it's got to be fun, exciting. It's got to be gooey, good stuff. Okay. But here's the deal. Okay. Here's the deal. We want each and every one of you to have a program, each and every one of us. We want a program that creates insane results. The easiest sale you'll ever make is the sale that somebody else makes for you. It's going to get hot in here. Okay. So I got to turn the fan on because I was listening to Nelly earlier. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get hot in her. Okay. So if you want your program to get hot in her, go ahead and turn your family or your fan on. I saw flew home from a cruise in Bahamas. That's where I should have gone camping, Nicole. I was in the woods. See, Nicole's my kind of camper. That's what I'm talking about. Like, we need more Nicole campers. Hey, where'd you go camping this weekend? Oh, I was camping on a cruise. Our tent was a room inside of a cruise. It was crazy. Crazy tent life. Crazy tent life. That's just me. All right. So jealous of my fellow camper that was, just opposite camping. Here's the deal. All right, let's look at this real quick. Okay. The easiest sale that you're ever going to make in your business is somebody else selling your ish for you. Okay. However, I want you to understand that there is a formula to this. And when we understand that this just doesn't happen by accident, there's a formula that when you're designing and creating your program, and by all means, your program is not going to be perfect the first time people go through. Can I get an amen on that? Can somebody give me an amen? Your program is not going to be perfect the first time you roll it out. The second time you roll it out. Honestly, your program's never going to be perfect. If I'm being completely honest, your program will never be perfect. Why? Because it's never going to convert at 100%. You're likely never going to have 100% of people complete it. But that's the beauty of this journey that we're on, is how can we get to a place where we are inching ever so closely to having an 80% completion rate, a 90% completion rate, a 95% completion rate that people are just raving about and are building your business for you. Okay. Imagine that. If you had an army of people, how would your life change? How would your business change if you had an army of people building your business for you? If you had a success page, let's look at this. Let's check out our success page. If you had a page that looked like this, the client success portal. Now we have about 5 more of these to add, and we're just adding to this thing every 2 weeks. I think our team goes in and adds new testimonials to this page every 2 weeks. I don't know if you guys are seeing my screen or not. I'm not seeing my screen yet. Let's make sure there we go. We're not showing the screen. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. So you're looking at our client success portal. This is where we share the stories of people like Kaylee and Sarah, Nicole, Alicia, Wesley, Ricky, Crystal, Chris, Lindsay, Diane, Jeanette, Brian, Kate, Orlando. You see all these others. There's plenty of testimonials that haven't even been added to this page. But how would your business change if you sent this to a lead and you had other people sharing how amazing you are, how amazing your business is? That's what we want to dive into today. Okay. But first, let me pull out my notes just to make sure I'm on the track that we need to be on. Okay. So let's look at this thing. Okay. So today I'm going to be diving into the secrets behind this model. Okay. I'm going to be diving into the hidden things that you need to know, that you need to be able to apply in your business, that we've discovered. Okay. That we have one of the lowest refund rates in the industry. Okay. Like, we have one of the lowest refund rates. If you want to make sure that your refund rates are extremely low, then you have to follow this formula. Okay. We've had one refund in the last 2 years, and it really didn't even count. In my opinion, the lady scooted through. She found some crazy loophole 93 days later, and we ended up losing. And it was weird. It was so weird, such a weird thing. But anyway, lowest in the industry. Okay. What I'm going to be diving into today is actually module 9 of our program, Digital Impact Academy. Sometimes what I like to do, it didn't count. That didn't even count. It didn't even count like that. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that we like to do here is we like to share like kind of mini breakdowns of our curriculum and the things that we teach our clients. Okay. I don't feel like enough people do that. I feel like so many people are like trying to like hoard and hide the core modules of their program. But for us, like we like to take some pieces out of our curriculum that's helping our clients win, and we like to share them with you because we want you to have a good feel and taste of how we do things and how we teach. So it's not just like, hey, we create free content and then we create paid content. No, sometimes it's we're gonna take what our paid content is, we're gonna flow it out to you. All right, are you cool with that? Let me know if you're cool with that. Let me just drop cool in the comments section. Okay, so first thing I want to jam on. Okay, there's 4 sales that we have to make. Okay, 4 sales that have to be made when we are when we're designing and selling programs. Okay, let me share my screen again real quick. Sharing screen thing is kind of funky on here. All right, so there's 4 sales that have to be made. Okay, the first sale. Okay, so let me know if you guys can actually see my screen. Okay, so let's go with the 4 sales. All right, the first sale is the actual purchase. Okay, that's when someone actually is that they're going through the transaction of, hey, I'm going from here and I don't want to be here no more, so I'm buying your program so I can get somewhere else. Okay, the second purchase that we have to make is for someone to actually keep it. All right, so again, we don't want refunds when we are building our programs. The third purchase, okay, this is honestly, I think, one of the most important purchases ever, is to actually consume the product. All right, like what good is it if someone buys from you, right, and doesn't actually go through the product? But more importantly, what if they don't ever finish at 100%? Okay, I think one of the things that as an entrepreneur that changed for us, especially in this space, was to go from a place where instead of trying to make a sale, I think it was where a lot of us are in the beginning. We're like always out there trying to make a sale, right? But then there's got to be this light bulb that goes off, and we got to go from a place of like making a sale to how can we increase our finish rate? How can we make sure that people, did they purchase? Great. Honest. Great. All right, cool. They didn't give a refund. Great. But for us, how can we get the consumption rate and the finish rate to 100%? Okay. That is a sale that must continuously be made. Okay. I cannot stand when you have someone that makes an investment, not just in you, but they make an investment in themselves and they don't show up. And, a lot of times I would feel bad about like, oh my goodness, like this person didn't show up. And it sucks. But at the same time, it can point you in the right direction to change things inside of your program or how you deliver, how you onboard. It can change things in the course curriculum. That if you can just get someone to watch the first video, if you can just get someone to finish module 1, and it's designed in a way, I'm going to break this down in the 3 steps. But if it's designed in a way that creates the wins that we want to create, your finish rates will double or triple. All right. Can I get some fire emojis if that would be good for you? Okay. And the last sale that needs to be made, okay, is someone telling somebody else. You getting testimonials and referrals. Okay. I'm not going to dive into creating affiliate programs and what would you do, or how much do you pay people, or how much do you get into commissions or anything like that. Okay, we don't need to dive into that yet. We just need to make sure that we've got the foundation and the thought process of, I need to make sure that, yes, I want to make a purchase, but I also need to make sure that I'm setting myself up for no refunds. And I want to make sure that I'm getting people to the finish line. And I'm setting myself up for testimonials and referrals. I just want to make sure that I've got that foundation. All right. So guys, once we do that, okay, the secret to a good branding, most people are always asking us like, man, like, how do you create a good brand, or how do you create a decent message? It's right here. It's being able to get your clients wins. Okay. Now, why is this extremely important? All right. Why is this important? This is going to help you create a sustainable business. Okay. Let's make sure that no. Let's stop the share. All right. So when you do these things, right, if you're not going to have a sustainable business if people aren't getting results. Okay. If people aren't getting results, if people aren't giving you testimonials, there's no way for your business to survive long term. Okay. So building your business with this in mind, it's going to keep your business around for a lot longer. Okay. The other thing is you want to make sure that again you feel good about what you're doing. I think a lot of us we end up in this place where we feel as if our business and a transaction that's happening inside of our business only happens one time. Okay. And I think this is a huge mindset thing that happened for us over time is you when someone buys from you, when someone becomes a customer, okay, they have this job of not only purchasing from you multiple times, but giving you 3, 5, 10 referrals. Okay. And so that mindset switch is huge because how many of us we think client acquisition is if Mary joins my program, then that's it. Now Mary joined, she needs to go through it and yada, 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 but I need to go find the next one. I need to go find the next one. We're so focused on trying to go find the next person to buy from us that we're missing the 10 sales that Mary could give us if we just design our program in a way that Mary has to go tell 10 of her friends that are in the same situation, 10 of her colleagues that are in the same situation. We design our program in a way that Mary continues to purchase from us 6 months later, 3 months later, a year later, and could possibly even pay for life. Can I get some fire or something? I mean, like instead of Mary just being, all right, Mary bought, that's it. Next, I got to go find the next. What if, I mean, we have people that renew every year with us. We have people that renew every 6 months. We have people that use products of ours on a monthly basis, and they've been using them for the last 6 years. Like we're still getting paid on things, on work that we did 6 years ago. Hello. Can I get a like what? Come on now, somebody. Come on, let's get hyped today. So let's get hyped for that kind of stuff. Okay. So if you're ready, all right, I know I had to really break some shit down here. Okay. But if you're ready to dive into the 3 things to help create your program, all right, that's going to create raving testimonials. Say I'm ready in the comment section. Okay, I had to break some ish down to kind of like set that up, tee some things up for you. But we want you to understand that just how important this is. Okay, and sometimes these are the things that get overlooked. These are the things that nobody is teaching right now. These are the things that if you do overlook these things, I mean you're gonna end up just like everybody else in your industry or in your space. But if you decide to not overlook these things, then you're gonna have that aha moment, and you're gonna be one of the most highly regarded coaches in your space. All right. So this is the moment where I want to talk about what is going on inside of your specific coaching business. Okay. So what is the big win? Okay. What's the big win for your client? If you are a health coach, a relationship coach, if you're a mindset coach, if you're a life coach, all right, if you are a spiritual coach, what's the big win for your client? One of the things in our framework, in the first part of our framework, when we talk about the offer, okay, let's share it. Let's share it again. Let's get this thing shared. Let's bring out the whiteboard and let's get some things cooking. All right, when we talk about your offer, all right, we usually break the offer down into 3 things. Okay, we're going to break the offer down into what your big promise is. We're going to break the offer down into what your framework is. All right. And then we break the offer down and how you pitch the offer and what they actually get. So these are the 3 pieces of your offer. But what is your big promise? Okay. We usually draw this out, and we'll draw it out like this, where they are now. Okay. This is A is where they are now. And then we'll draw it out in Z until this is like where they want to be. All right. So this is their goal. Okay. So what's your big promise? Again, if you're a relationship coach, your promise could be helping somebody find love. If you're a health coach, it may be able to, I'm going to help you lose, 30 pounds, or I'm going to help you build $100,000 a month coaching business, or whatever the case may be. Okay. What is the big win? Okay. These are the things that if you get clear on what your big win is for a person, then we have a clear understanding of what testimonials I'm looking to get. Okay. So put a big star right here, because that's the thing I'm going for. I want to be able to get these testimonials, and I got to get clear on what's the big win. But I also need to understand, okay, I think it's really important that we understand that we have to get clear about the big win for our client, but that's not the most important win. Okay. The most important win is the small wins that are leading up to this. All right. So as I draw this on my screen, if you're not seeing my screen again, then make sure that you're inside of our Facebook group, or you can catch this replay on our YouTube channel as well. But it's the small wins that lead up to this big win. I got to get clarity on what this big win is. So again, like if you're a relationship coach, it may mean helping someone find love. It may mean someone losing 50 pounds. It may mean, helping somebody grow their business, or it may mean getting their money mindset right. It may mean having a better relationship with their kids or their spouse. I don't know. You tell me what that big win is. And again, this may be a moment for you to get coached, because when you tell us what your big win is, if it's not clear, we're going to help you. We're going to help you get clarity on what that big win is. Because if you can't create clarity here, then I guarantee you're not creating clarity out in the marketplace where your potential clients are. Okay. So we have to understand. All right. This is what I want. This is the big thing I want you to understand. You can repeat this if you need to. Okay. But understand that small hinges swing big doors. Okay. Everybody understand? You can go look at your door. Are the hinges bigger than your door? Whatever room you're in right now. What's bigger? What's bigger? The doors or the hinges? The door's bigger, but small hinges swing big doors, right? So we understand that. Then this allows us to avoid program letdown. Okay. So I need to get super clear on what this end goal is. When I do that, that's going to allow me to the first step in creating the program that I need to create. Okay. So what's number one? Well, let's dive into number one. I know I had to get this in here. Okay. But number one is we want to create emotional and breakthroughs up top first. Mindset wins first. Okay. Let me tell you about a program that one of the first courses that I started selling was this like $27 course. I can't even remember what it was called, but it was like this little 4-module thing. It was really good. It was good stuff. Okay. And people would buy it. And so we never had a refund problem with it, probably because it was so low ticket. However, we had a really, really, really low finish rate. And this was like 5 years ago. And this is back when I really feel like most people would buy something for $27 and they actually wanted to finish it. Nowadays it's like really tough. Most people that buy stuff for, $27, they'll usually kind of like sift it for like what they want out of it, and they'll never really finish it, or they never open it to begin with. Okay. And in our case, we've always been like, all right, how can we counter those things? How can we get past those things? But what I found was no one was getting past module 1. And I was like, damn, like what's going on? I had a really tight pulse on the people that were buying this $27 product from us. So when I went back and looked at it, what I was doing wrong was I wasn't creating an emotional mindset and belief win in the beginning, because I was going right into this is how you close new clients. This is how you do this. This is how, instead of focusing on the why. and the beliefs and the things that were up here that needed to change first. Okay, in order for them to take the action. It's not always the how to that is going to move and shake someone's life. Okay, it's the thought that they hold while they're doing the how to. It's the attitude that they have while they're doing the how to. So if you can create emotional wins, mindset wins, belief wins, if you can create and tell stories that are going to get someone pumped up and ready to let go of who they are. The other day, I feel like telling this story could really help. So the other day, someone came up and they were like, I really like the Shift Happens shirt, but it's too close to shit happens. So, I was kind of like, okay, cool. Let me explain to you what Shift Happens is. And this is like the first Shift Happens starts in like the first module of Digital Impact Academy. Okay. So let me break this shit down for you. Shift Happens isn't some like funny shirt that is close to the phrase shit happens. And it's not even that. Okay. Shift Happens is that moment that you realize who you're being right now versus who you could be. And you realize that there's this gap between the person that you are right now and the person that you could be, the potential person, the person that is, that does have the $100,000 a month business, the person that has this house, the person that drives this car, the person that donates this amount to churches and charities. And this is the person that you are for your spouse and your kids. There's a gap and everybody has it. Everybody has this gap between where you are right now and who you could be. And that gap is where shift happens. And so when you can see that, when other people can see that, they can feel it. Where is, and again, you don't have to say it like this, but how can you create that shift happens moment quick in your program? What we do inside of our program is we have it where it's all about mindset and beliefs. The first few days is just like, okay, what can we get rid of? What can we get rid of? We're not trying to add. We're not trying to make things complicated. I want somebody to get that emotional win first, the aha moment, the breakthrough win first. Because when you create emotional, heart-driven wins first, people feel good. They have this like learner's high. Okay, you want to create this right away. All right, they get this like learner's buzz from it. Okay, I remember in an orientation that I was in college as a freshman. This was not an educational orientation. It was actually an orientation that we had as freshmen on the baseball team. Right. And it wasn't anything of like how to hit. It wasn't anything like how to pitch. It wasn't anything like how to play the game. It was all emotional things that were going to prepare us for what we were stepping into athletically. A different field of like, hey, everyone's throwing, 85 to 88 in high school. And now we're stepping to a place where guys are going to be throwing, 93 to 98. Right. The game's going to speed up. If you aren't prepared emotionally to become the baseball player that you need to be in order to perform at this level, if you don't become that person, then there's no shot that you're going to be the player that you want to be. You're not going to perform the way that you want to perform. And your program needs to do that. Okay. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense in the comment section. Let me know if you're getting value so far. Again, we got to create that emotional win first. The next thing, okay, this is like trial and error stuff. Like our programs haven't always been this way. Okay, it's taken us years of not just program development, but feedback and connecting with people that bought, connecting with people that didn't buy, going through other people's programs that we would just buy just to see how they did it. Some of us are so afraid, we're so attached to money that we're afraid to buy our customers' products or our competitors' products to see how they are doing it. You know how Walmart became Walmart is because they started purchasing and visiting every Kmart in the company and started just picking off all the things that Kmart was doing wrong. And Sam Walton was like, we can do this better. We can do this better. We can do this better. I've got this idea. I've got this idea. Like Walmart came from Kmart. So sometimes it's your job to go out and buy a program that could be from a competitor and go through it and pick out all the things that you can do better, all the things that you would do differently, all the things that you're like, oh man, you know what? I can do that better. I can do this differently. This is how I can set myself apart. But how would you know if you don't even take the time or the energy to go through that? Just saying. I'm not saying you are, but maybe who knows? I don't know. Number 2, action-based wins. Sometimes we get so focused on the result-based win. And let me go back. Let me go back to this. Okay, let me step back. One of the biggest breakthroughs that I feel happens when we have these client enrollment game plans with people. So if you haven't had one, we'll give you a free client enrollment game plan. It's a 30-minute call where we'll hop on a call with you for 30 minutes. And we'll game plan out, we'll lay out what the next 3, 6, and 12 months should look like in your business. We'll give you an action plan that you can either execute yourself or we can help you execute it. Okay. But where most people will try to get a testimonial, because we all understand, right, that testimonials create, I mean, it's just like, why would you not want to create testimonials? But a lot of us, we are waiting till someone is done with our program. They're done with the 3 months. They're done with the 6 months. They're done with the year program before we ask for a testimonial. Okay. And one of the biggest things that's made a difference in our business and what we teach our clients inside of Digital Impact Academy is go get testimonials 3 to 5 times throughout a customer's lifetime. Like imagine how your business could change if you started getting different testimonials from the same client. If someone comes in, they've got this high and they've got this excitement on just purchasing, okay? Just purchasing the product. Make sure that they go through the first thing or they take the first step in the program and get that excitement from that first emotional win that they get and get that testimonial on a why they purchased testimonial or that emotional win testimonial. And then it's, okay, take that action test. Then they take the action, right? And this is not a tangible result-based win. This is, hey, did you name your Facebook group kind of thing? Did you launch your Facebook group? Did you make it through module 1? Did you book a Zoom call? A lot of times, one of the biggest wins that we have for people inside of Digital Impact Academy isn't making your first 10 grand or isn't making your first 1,000 or your first $100,000 a month. Those are great. But a lot of times some even small hinges that swing big doors, those wins are the action-based win. Like just booking your first Zoom call with a potential client and recording it and being able to understand like, ooh, I can't help this person, whether or not they buy or not. So many people are afraid to get on the phone. And if you celebrate, like there's people listening to this that are afraid to hop on a Zoom call with someone, a potential client that you want to become a customer client for the next 3 to 6 months, but you're afraid to hop on the phone with them right now. You may be afraid that you're say the wrong thing and they're going to feel like you're trying to push them. No, you're there to help. You are there to help. When we do our client enrollment game plan, we're not there. That's a game plan. We're not there to sell that person anything. We are there to provide them a clear game plan. It's crazy that 90% of the people that hop on that call will ask us after the call and say, hey, what's it look like to work with you? And you know why they ask that is because during that 30 minutes of designing their custom game plan, not one time are we pitching them. Not one time are we saying like, oh, you should do this or we should buy this. Not one time. Because that's what it's there. Like it's there just to take. And so when you can get someone just to take action, just to hop and say, hey, look, celebrate the shit out of hopping on a Zoom call. Celebrate the shit out of starting your Facebook group. Just celebrate. I finished a module. Celebrate. I did something in my business. It could be, if you're a relationship coach, it's like create an environment where people can celebrate taking action. People are addicted to action. It feels good, but a lot of times we're putting people in an environment where the only action that's celebrated is these big actions. I'm not a personal trainer by any means. I may look like a personal trainer, but I'm not a personal trainer by any means. Right? Being an athlete does not make you a personal trainer, but I feel like more people would be successful in personal training programs if they created an environment of small actions and small wins, instead of saying like, all right, you got to go change your diet. It's like, no, just replace a smoothie one day. Just replace one meal with one smoothie, and then celebrate that. Celebrate that inside of the group. Celebrate that with your friends. Celebrate that with family. Celebrate that inside of our community. Celebrate something small. And guess what you're going to want to do? That little high of celebration that you get from a small action is going to cause someone to take another action the next day. And they're going to show up the next day and the next day. And that's what leads to those big, tangible, result-based wins that we all love to hear and we love to see, right? But if you want to continue to see people like Kaylee and Sarah that just did 20 grand in 4 days, if you want to see people like Will who went from 3 grand to 30 grand, if you want to see people like Matt that went from 20 grand a month to 60 grand a month, if you want to see people like Candace that did 5 grand in her first 30 days, Trish 5 grand in her first 30 days, if you want to see people that are having these big tangible wins, let's get used to celebrating the small wins. But you've got to lay out your program. You've got to design your program from the end. You got to start with the end in mind and say, okay, well, what is that big win? Those big, tangible, glorious wins. And then can I get clear on each little win, each little small hinge? Okay. Each little hinge. Oh man, I'm like all over the place. Let's get this over. How can I get clear on those? Okay. If you have trouble with that, okay, because that's one of the things that made a huge difference in our program is we started getting really clear about all the little wins that was going to lead to the big one. Let me know if this makes sense to you. Okay. And let me know too if let's look at our banners again. Comment the word game plan if you have not yet had a client game plan with us. Make sure you comment the word game plan below. What we'll do is we'll take you through a 30-minute call and we'll lay out everything for you. What do you need to change? What do you need to do differently? And this is what you need to do in order to hit this goal over the next 3, 6, or 12 months. Okay. If you're wondering if you're doing something right, if you're wondering if you could be doing something differently, getting a different result, you're watching this because likely you want a different result in your life, in your coaching business, in your practice, and you're not getting it. There's an amount of money that you're not making right now. There's a level of impact that you're not creating right now, right? Where you wouldn't be here. You're not just here just to listen to the sound of my voice because it's awesome, right? You're here because you want to get something out of this. So what is that thing? And if you could be getting that thing on your own, you'd be doing it, right? So type the word game plan. Get on a call with one of our coaches and they'll lay out the game plan for you. I mean, you got nothing to lose here. All righty. So again, we want to create programs that create amazing testimonials, and this is how we do it. All right. We create programs that they create emotional mindset belief wins in the beginning. They are going to create action-based wins. All right. And they have result-based wins. That's what we're all about. All righty. So if you got value from this one today, comment the word value All right. If you do want one of those 30-minute custom client enrollment game plan sessions, make sure that you comment the word game plan. If you have questions about anything, client enrollment, coaching, business, life, whatever it is, comment those questions below. We'll come back and answer them. Who knows? They may be part of the next episode of Digital Marketing Monday. Make sure that you got this group pinned, that you've got Digital Marketing Monday set inside of your calendar for 12 o'clock Eastern. All right. And we will catch you on the next episode. All right. Until then, my friends, all right, I need you to go out there. I need you to make some shift happen in somebody's life today. All right. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. See ya.